Hi everyone, greetings to my last duty for today, second last talk. I'm delighted to introduce Christopher Brown, who is the Executive Director for Materials Science at Schrödinger. And today he will tell us about the competitive advantage with next generation materials development and physics-based simulation and machine learning. Christopher, with that, the stage is yours.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and I'd like to start by thanking the organizers of this conference and the invitation to speak at this meeting today. It's a pleasure to be here. I look forward to sharing some of our views at Schrödinger on what I like to refer to as this new era that we're embarking on in materials science. That statement is not so much true for pharmaceutical or life science, but let me comment on that a little later. My name is, as you were told, is Christopher Brown, Executive Director here at Schrödinger. And the title of my talk is First, Faster, Further, Competitive Advantage with Next Generation Materials Development, Physics-Based Simulation, Machine Learning. So my apologies for the long title, but it's tried to squeeze in a lot. Our view here is that as the tools that we're building are able to empower your teams to ask and answer some of your best questions. And this is now the fastest route to new materials development. And I think it's worth noting that, because I probably don't know most of you here in the audience, but I used to be an experimental chemist working at places like Kodak and a bunch of startups in the OLED display industry where I was making molecules for a living. And so I feel like I've been on a journey coming to this world of digital chemistry and seeing that this is really the future of simulate first and experiment second, if you will. So, let me just kind of try and encapsulate the challenge that as we see it here at Schrödinger. Traditional methods of materials discovery and optimization are failing to keep pace with market demands for innovation. And as I told you already, over the course of my career, I have seen lots of efforts to try and accelerate this traditional experimental process. But nothing has really delivered the results that we've all desired. It's been some progress, but it's always still been slow. And so, in contrast, we finally have entered this era where simulation in the chemical industry is able to do things that are very similar to what we've seen for a few decades, perhaps, in the life science and automotive and other industries, engineering industries in particular, that have been simulating first and building or experimenting second. I think an important fact today is that innovation, the world on one hand has gotten much bigger as the world has modernized, and so innovation demands more speed and accuracy as you want to commercialize technology. So you need to go faster. One challenge probably everybody in this room appreciates is, McKinsey taught us a number of years ago that chemical commercialization can take 10 to 15 years. So how do we go faster? That's really what the story is about now. And in the table and the slide I'm showing you today gives you an example of at least what my worldview of experimental chemistry looks like, and it's slow. And, another view, and putting a finer point on the importance of accelerating, the traditional experimental process. So again, if I think about that process, one would typically start with, identifying a need, maybe from the voice of the customer analysis, look at the state of the art, design a solution, experimental execution, characterize, validate, scale, and then maybe go to full manufacturing if you've satisfied a lot of these requirements, including health and safety, which is really not called out here. Clearly, this is a long process. And as I mentioned about McKinsey report many years ago saying that, this is kind of explains why it's a slow 10 to 15 year process. But finally, advanced computing tools and progress in simulation in chemistry has allowed us to do some things that are very successful and can help commercialize chemicals. And here at Schrödinger in the life science industry, we have seen that happen firsthand, and many folks use our tools in new drug design. But that's also happening in the materials industry. And one reason one way I like to think about this is that we've taken what was a traditional linear process, the process I kind of grew up in, and digital simulation tools allow one to explore